Hello and welcome to your 2021 open enrollment. Here are the items that we will review today: medical benefits, dental, vision, and voluntary options. Your open enrollment starts today and will terminate on December 7th, 2020. Employees who have met eligibility criteria are eligible for the benefits, aside from yourself, legal spouse, a domestic partner, and children up to the age of 26. As a reminder, the benefits that you will elect start on January 1st, 2021, and you are locked in for 12 months. You cannot make any changes to your benefits unless you experience a qualified event, such as marriage, divorce, birth of a child. You have 31 days from the date of the event to contact your HR representative at CBR to potentially make changes to your coverages. We're going to go over the medical plans that are being offered. The first plan is called a PPO 2500, and these are both with Blue Cross Blue Shield using the Alliance Network. So the Alliance Network will be your banner facilities, Honor Health facilities, Cardin's Children, and University Medical Center, just to name a few. This plan has a $2,500 individual deductible and a $5,000 family deductible. Now, if you meet that deductible, you will go into the coinsurance, which means at that point, Blue Cross Blue Shield will start to pay 70% of your cost, and you're going to pay 30%. And you'll continue to pay 30% until you reach that maximum out of pocket. What comes into play for deductible on this plan is going to be your major medical services: inpatient surgery, outpatient surgery, MRIs, CAT scans, durable medical equipment. Those are the items that you will have to pay deductible on. On all of the plans, the preventative care services are going to be covered at 100%. These are age-appropriate screenings and testing, including lab work. If you need to go see your doctor for a regular visit, it's a $30 copay and $60 for your specialist. Urgent care is $75 per visit. Emergency room is $250 per visit. You also have retail pharmacy available at some copays on this plan. So your generic drugs, you're going to pay up to $10. Your brand name preferred, up to $35. Your brand name non-preferred, between $60 and $120, depending on the prescription. If you're taking specialty medication, there are 4 additional tiers. Please review your summary benefit of coverage to find out where your pharmacy, in which tier it falls. Your next plan is another PPO Alliance plan. This is a high deductible health plan. High deductible health plan which qualifies you to open an HSA account. So this plan has a $3,500 individual deductible and $7,000 family deductible. After that, you're going to pay 10% of cost until you reach that maximum out of pocket. Again, $6,350 for an individual and $12,700 for a family. Keep in mind on all of these plans, all of your copays, your coinsurance, and your deductible all go towards meeting your out-of-pocket maximum. On this plan, all services are going to be subject to your deductible, with the exception of your preventative care services, age-appropriate screenings, immunization, lab work, preventative drugs, and FDA-approved contraceptives. All other visits and prescriptions are going to be subject to that deductible. So you're going to pay the contracted negotiated rate or full retail cost of the prescription. If you enroll in this plan, you may open an HSA or health savings account, and you may use those dollars to pay for medical, dental, vision for yourself and any qualified dependents. The last plan here is a $6,500 individual deductible, $13,000 family. Again, a PPO plan using the Alliance Network. If you meet the deductible or the for single or family, you have also met the out-of-pocket maximum. So at that point, you're covered at 100%. Again, preventative care services are going to be covered at 100%, so age-appropriate screenings, tests, and lab work. Your doctor visits is going to be a $30 copay for an individual or $65 for your specialist, and your urgent care is a $75 copay, emergency room $250, and then you have copays for your prescriptions. Again, generic up to $10, preferred brand name up to $35, non-preferred brand name $60 or $120. Then you have 4 additional tiers under the specialty. So you do have high deductible health plan that you can enroll in that will qualify you to go and open a health savings account. Or if you have one open already with UMB Bank, you have to re-enroll in a high deductible health plan to continue to add dollars to that account. So an HSA account are your dollars, pre-tax dollars, so it helps lower your taxable income. The money goes into an account that is deducted from your paycheck, and then you can use those dollars to pay for qualified medical, dental, vision expenses for yourself, a spouse, and any dependents. In order to qualify to open an HSA, you first need to enroll in a high deductible health plan, which you have the ability to do so. You cannot be covered under any other plan that is a copay plan. So if you're enrolled with a spouse, Access, TRICARE, and you have copays before your deductible, you are excluded from being able to open an HSA account. Also, you cannot be enrolled in any part of Medicare. And then you cannot be claimed as a dependent on somebody else's tax returns. The maximum that you may contribute to your HSA account for the 2021 plan year is $3,600 as an individual, $7,200 as a family. Under IRS rules, a family is going to be considered 1+, so 1+ a spouse, a child, or an entire family. If you are 55 plus, you can add an additional $1,000, making it $4,600 or $8,200. Again, this is your money, goes with you, and it stays with you, and there is no use it or lose it provision. The money rolls over year, and you can continue to add funds to your HSA account as long as you remain enrolled in a high deductible health plan and you meet all the qualifiers. Your flexible spending account, or FSA, you may elect up to $2,500 to go into your FSA. The money is loaded onto the card and is available to use immediately. Keep in mind there's only a $500 carryover into the next plan year, so anything in excess of $500 on December 31st of that current plan year will be forfeited. If you leave the company, the card will be turned off and you will no longer have access to those funds. You may enroll in this plan by itself without enrolling in any other coverages. You may use the dollars to pay for qualified medical, dental, or vision expenses for yourself and your dependent. The dependent care flexible account is similar. You elect pre-tax dollars up to $5,000 in a calendar year, and then this money can be used to pay for qualified daycare or elderly care services. Blue Care Anywhere is going to be your new telemedicine provider, and you're going to have medical, counseling, and psychiatry available to you. It is going to be at zero copay till the end of the pandemic. When you get your Blue Cross Blue Shield ID card, you will also get a welcome kit that's going to have additional information on how to register for Blue Care Anywhere. Dental plans, no change to the plans or the premiums. So the first plan is a PPO plan that gives you $1,500 to use towards your dental services for yourself or any person enrolled. Preventative care services is covered at 100%, and that includes cleanings twice a year, x-rays, sealants for the children. Basic services, cavity and emergency services, 80% covered by Delta, and you pick up 20%. Major services such as endodontics, periodontics, root canals is covered at 50%. You have an additional $1,000 on this plan to use towards child orthodontia, and that's a one-time lifetime benefit. The deductible applies to major services or basic services only. The next plan is a DHMO plan. On this plan, you do have to select a primary care doctor. There is no deductible and no annual maximum. You have your cleanings twice a year covered at 100% for yourself and anybody enrolled on the plan. All other services, including adult and child orthodontia, are going to be covered at a fee schedule. You also have another option for dental, so it's the Buy Up To plan. So this plan has $2,000 to use towards your child or to use towards dental care, and then $2,000 to use towards adult or child orthodontia. Your preventative care, again, covered at 100%. Now, on their basic services, you're going to have endodontics, periodontics, root canals, extractions, things of that nature covered at 90%. You pick up 10%. And the major services are still going to be your crowns, implants, dentures. And now you're only going to pay 40% of the cost. Remember that if you use the basic services or the major services, you will have a one-time deductible as an individual of $50 or $150 as a family. This is the fee schedule that it goes with the DHMO. Again, you have to select a primary care doctor. You find the code that's associated to the treatment plan that you need, and that is what you pay out of pocket. It is not a benefit towards a service, but your costs out of pocket. Your vision plan, no changes here. So you still have your eye exam available every 12 months, and it is rolling 12 months. For example, if you went to get your eye exam on July 1st, 2020, you do have to wait until July 1st, 2021 or thereafter to schedule your exam. Now that exam is going to cost you a $10 copay. Frames, You can have a $120 allowance and then a discount if your frames are more than $120. Your plastic lenses, single vision, bifocal, or trifocal, it's a $10 copay. Contact lenses, you have an $80 allowance to use and then a 15% discount. And then medically necessary contacts are going to be covered in full. So the life benefit is moving to MetLife. So you're currently enrolled with MetLife plan, life and AD&D, short-term or long-term disability, do have to complete a new enrollment form, and I will go over those shortly. So the benefit with MetLife, all employees working 20 plus hours are now going to be eligible for the benefit. You may enroll up to 5 times your annual salary, up to $500,000. The guarantee issue is 5 times annual earnings up to $200,000. So this is for newly eligible or new hires. Spouse up to $25,000 and children up to 10. Now, if you're enrolled today under MetLife and you want to continue to be enrolled, there is a form you have to complete. So this is a form that needs to be completed. So we don't need any of this top information, just section 2. If it's a new enrollment, please indicate so. If you're changing your enrollment, please indicate so. If you're leaving exactly what you have today, if you know you're enrolled in 50,000 and you want to keep it the same, check the box and write here 50,000 or keep the same. The same goes for your dependent spouse or children. Short-term disability and long-term, same scenario. If you're re-enrolling and you have it today and re-enrolling, all you have to do is check the box and we'll know to transfer that coverage. If you are legally married, you do need to provide this additional information. And then section 5 is going to be your beneficiary information. Do not forget to complete this section. As you scroll through this multi-page document, there's additional information about the life insurance. The rates are also going to be here. So if you want to enroll in something other than what you have today or enrolling for the first time, please take a look at this. And then short-term and long-term disability, additional information on this, and you can scroll through it and select it. It is going to be based on your age, and it's going to also be based on your income. So please pay special attention to that. If you need assistance, you can reach out to us. So you're going to find your age, that's going to be the rate, and then you're just going to do a quick calculation that's going to tell you how much your deduction is going to be per pay period. And the same thing applies for long-term disability. So very important there. Moving on to long and short-term disability, as I stated earlier, this is moving to MetLife. So the short-term disability is still available or starts paying on the 14th day. It covers 60% of your pre-disability earnings up to $1,000 a week, and the maximum duration is 11 weeks. The long-term disability is going to start to pay at the termination of the short-term disability or at the 90th day. Again, 60% of your pre-disability earnings up to $7,500 a month. And this lasts until age 65 or normal Social Security retirement age. Now, if you're enrolled today in the short-term or long-term disability, you have satisfied this pre-existing limitation. If you're enrolling for the first time and you saw a doctor or diagnosed with a condition or took medication and 3 months prior to the effective date and you went out on leave in 2021, you would be excluded. That condition or diagnosis would be excluded from coverage. If it's something completely unrelated, then it would be covered. Your Employee Assistance Program, or EAP, this is available to all employees regardless if they enroll or do not enroll. You have 3 face-to-face visits per issue, per employee or per person in your family. There are other resources available on the website, such as self-help videos, discount programs, things of that nature. So take advantage of these free services that you have. AFLAC. So if you're enrolled today under the AFLAC plans, any of the AFLAC plans, you do need to talk to an AFLAC consultant in order to move to the new plans. They are going to be less expensive, they are going to have better coverage, and they're also going to be guarantee issue with the exception of the short-term disability. So the accident plan, there's a list of things that are covered. There are more items listed. It is a higher amount that is paid per accident as well, and it is not a one-time user for the accident. So if you have multiple accidents through the year, you cover your children during sports, yourself, you can get paid out on those. Also, these plans have a wellness benefit, which means if you go and get your annual exam, teeth cleaned or eye exam, you qualify for money from AFLAC. Critical illness is not going to be lumped in with the cancer, so you're going to have both coverages for one price. The hospital plan, again, the higher increase in coverage there as well. If you are thinking about short-term disability, either family planning or you think you may be going out next year for something that is obviously not diagnosed today, or just as a safety net because it is a paycheck protection type plan, or short-term disability in general is, I would recommend meeting with an AFLAC representative so you see which plan is best for you, which is less expensive, and which has the most coverage. In order to do that, you do need to email Jose or sign up on this time trade that's listed on here, and I can go over that really quick also on one of the handouts that's in your invite. So this is another packet that was in your email. So this is TASK. This is going to be your flexible spending account. If you're not enrolling in this, you can ignore it completely. This is your Legal Shield and ID Shield. Again, Legal Shield helps is a suite of attorneys that help you in the event that you need legal services, simple will prep. They have 24-hour services available to you. They can do contract review, things of that nature. And then the ID Shield is protects you against identity theft, so they monitor your credit and the World Wide Web. You do have to enroll online, so follow the instructions as they are listed here. Pet healthcare. So if you enroll today on the pet healthcare, just a quick information, it is going up $1.40 per month. So you will have to go and look at these plans here that say choice program, either Arizona, California for choice or select, depending on which one you want to enroll in. And then these are the premiums. You do have to enroll online. Now with the pet healthcare, it covers dogs, cats, reptiles, pocket pets, ferrets, things of that nature. And there is no pre-ex limitation and there is no breed that is excluded. Again, you do have to sign up online. Support Link, this is your Employee Assistance Program, or EAP, that I talked about earlier. So they have short-term counseling, legal services also available through here, financial services, and then other resources available. You can use the link, the phone number. Remember your password is going to be CBR, all lowercase. And then this is going to be the AFLAC information that I spoke about just a minute ago. So again, this breaks it down a little bit more by plan. And then the last page is how you're going to contact Jose. You can complete this form, return it to us, and he'll contact you. You can email him or go to this timetrade.com, and it'll take you right into his calendar, and you can schedule an appointment to speak to him. Next step, so we'd like to get all of your enrollment forms. So everyone must complete either an enrollment form or a waiver by the due date, which is December 7th, without an exception. So again, everybody must complete the enrollment form, and I'm going to bring up that form here. So it looks like this. So again, all employees must complete this form with your personal information, dependent information if you're adding them. You're going to select your plan. That goes for the medical, that's your dental. And here is your vision, so enroll in those plans. Remember, if you're going to be waiving, we need to know why you're waiving, so section F and section G. So again, if you're going to be waiving, we need that information. We need to capture that. And then always contact CBR if you have any questions in regards to any of your enrollment. Thank you.